It's basically a leaf. The leaf is picked from a 100-foot tree. The leaves are dried and milled into a powder. What you get is or let's say my customers that come in for pain relief, they have sleep problems, gastrointestinal issues. People may be in withdrawal from prescription drugs, street drugs. It acts in a way that it fills the pain receptors very similar to the prescription drugs that are out there. Rather, it just does it in a very natural, organic way. It's a botanical. It's been used in Southeast Asia for well over 1,000 years. Up to 100 years ago, there's been folk songs written about it, so it's really well embraced in that culture. It came over here about 50 years ago. It was studied. Pharmaceutical companies decided they couldn't make any money with it. They stopped that. Well, 10 years ago, it resurfaced, probably due to the internet. And what happened was it's kind of really come into play within the last 4 years. For a lot of people, it's life-saving. It's helped people get off of their pain meds, which they may have been taking too many. Plus, it's a much safer way to, take care of your pain. It's kind of my issue. I had a back accident 4 years ago. I had a situation where I was ramping up with my pain medications. I needed to do something different. My doctor didn't really have a solution, but he was willing to let me do this and still stay on the course that I was, kind of taper in with this. It allowed me to get off my pain meds, which is about 1.5 years ago. So it took me about 1 year to figure it out. The tough thing is the internet is loaded with information, a lot of it not true.
Like anything, right?
Right, and it's been put out a lot by the marketers who want to make money with this. And then the other side, let's say the FDA, the DEA, who do not want people being able to utilize it. And I get it, you got to watch out for people's health. But the problem is that there's ways to make sure this is brought in safely, and they kind of don't even want to look at it. So what we do is we have a product that's organic, pesticide-free, mold-free. We know what's in it. Anything that comes into the shop, I take, I sample it. If something comes in and it doesn't seem that it's what we think it should be as far as pain relief, I'll have some of the other customers that have been in and out try some. It may just be my body chemistry, because it is kind of dependent on your body chemistry as far as dosage, all that kind of stuff. But in the end, less is more when it comes to this. The mentality, the prescription mentality that, let's say, has been out there where you need to take something every so many hours, it just doesn't exist with this. With this, you could take it in the morning, the whole day may go by, you're gonna get 6 to 8 hours of pain relief. And you're not gonna have that same addictive mindset. It just works in a different way. It doesn't, pain meds, they'll hit the brain and the mu receptors, they flood them. They'll overflood them until you have respiratory issues. This will only fill 20 to 30% of those receptors. It just fills the ones that need to be filled. So it's very self-regulating. If you take too much, you're just going to throw up. So you're not going to OD.
Just that.
Yeah.
We may throw up.
You're not going to OD on it. And you guys have about a 3-gram dose in that, which is average is 2 to 3 grams. Delivery systems vary from teas. People do teas to what they call toss and wash, where you take some liquid. Chocolate milk is.
Oh, what do you put in those candies?
Well, we do chocolate. We have candies that make the delivery system even better.
How
for
much
a lot
is
of
in
people. There's 1 gram of kratom. Usually I use a green kratom in those. 1 gram of green kratom. We have an organic dark chocolate, and Young Living peppermint oil is in there. So it's kind of like, if you went to a candy shop, the thing about it is you're going to get a slow release of the kratom, which I I've been seeing a lot of people whose doses are, let's say 2 to 4 grams. They'll take, have some chocolate, and it seems like it's enough for them. I'm not sure if the chocolate is slowing up the release of the kratom and it's getting into their system a little bit slower than if you do a toss and wash or a tea, but it seems to be working really well. We sell out of them, you know, every couple of days. We'll do 100 or so and sell out of them. But I mean, that's it. It's a product that you know, I won't sell to anybody under 18. And I'll question people from 18 to 21, try and guide them so that they don't get the wrong idea that this is something recreational.
Right.
Or, I mean, a lot of people use it for anxiety, depression, focus is a big thing. You know, and there's a lot of common, let's say, you know, prescriptions that people have been using and abusing that this has helped them get off of, as I said. So 4 to 5, I don't know if I mentioned, but 4 to 5 million people in the country taking it, about 70 tons a day that come into the country.
Well, I'm not a big tea drinker, but this is good.
So it's a real player. Now it is, and I always tell people, it's kind of an acquired taste. It's a little bitter, you know, and that's why, you know, sometimes we'll add like a tea bag to it or tea. It just depends on what people like. And what's really nice about it is there's no right or wrong way with this. You just got to get the dose into your stomach. So whether it's tea, whether it's toss and wash, whether it's chocolate, capsules. We do capsules also for convenience. People will ask, is it legal? It's absolutely legal in Pennsylvania. There's a few states where it's not. But there are, I want to say Tennessee, I believe, just got overturned. It was illegal. They were viewing it as an analog, as a man-made chemical product. For some reason, it got grouped in. There's always, you know, something going on with as far as the government is concerned. You know, trying to, I don't want to even say make this illegal. I mean, that's what they've tried to do. There's an American Kratom Association that we belong to. You donate money, they have lawyers, lobbyists to keep this legal. So when you consider, I think 2 points. Number one, that the FDA has been involved in it, and the DEA, that tells me that it works. You know, because they're not, you know, and if it was something that was harmful, like spice, like other, you know, man-made derivative, you know, products of cannabis or whatever, when that stuff is harmful, they immediately pull it off the market. They haven't been able to do that because there are 4 to 5 million people getting results from this. There's doctors that are behind it. I have 4 doctors that buy from me for themselves. So I have an Army Ranger that was injured in Iraq. He came in, he's also a doctor, came in, and he needed to do something different. He was about to lose his job, and his wife. He came in, he had 2 grams, and he said, I can't believe this is working.
How's your back now?
This is all I take. Yeah, it's good. I'm mobile. Not like anything. I had nerve damage. I had a wall fall on me. So I'm probably gonna, unless, you know, we figure out something else that can regenerate nerves or whatever, I'm probably gonna have it for some time. I don't know. Hopefully not. But this allows me to stay on my feet and not be always thinking about, you know, when do I need my next dose? I'm worried about having pain. It doesn't happen like that, you know. So
you take green in the morning and then red at night.
Green. There's also, you have the, let's say, kratom at the top of the list as the plant itself. Then it breaks down to green, green and red. Green would be your daytime. Red would be your nighttime. Red is more for focus and pain relief. Red would be your major pain reliever, and it's a little bit sedative. So a lot of people will take it at night. Will help them fall asleep for those that have sleep problems. That being said, I have people all the time that tell me green makes me sleepy, red gives me energy. That's a starting point for most people. Green is day, red is night. What I try to do is educate people. That's mostly what we do here. I mean, we do sell product, but a lot of it is just educating people. I give people in a half hour what took me a year to figure out. And then they have the trust that they're getting that information from a live person, not just a marketing guy on the internet. If you don't buy product from me, that's fine too. I'm more than happy to give that info out. We give it away to veterans, military veterans that can't afford it. You know, if I have people that come in that are having, let's say, drug problems and they need help, we give it to them if they can't afford it. So that's kind of, I think, the staple of what we do. We're a wellness center. Originally, that's how we started. T-Bar came within the wellness center. My wife is a Reiki master, so that's where it kind of all started. This was a supplement to that. And I mean, the core of our business is, as far as the T-Bar, Scranton Botanical,